Hello, my name is Emma Finch, this is Currey, and together we are Photography Session Days. Today we are going to be working with male character models. We're going to be doing 3 different characters using easy, versatile lighting to create dramatic and powerful portraits for your portfolio. Let's take a look. So our first character is the Holyman, and we really want to pull out the texture in the costume. So we're going to be playing with light and shade. So the lighting that we've got, we're using Pixapro lights. To camera left, our key light is a gridded strip box. That is making the light moody, very directional. And then to the right hand side, we've got the Octobox fill light, which is just filling in some of the shadows down that side. So the strip box is on 1/4 power, and then the Octobox is on a 1/16 power. Let's take a look at some of the images straight out of camera. So you can see that they're quite moody, directional light, playing with light and shadow, and really getting that texture in the costume of the character. Now let's take a look at the image that we chose to edit. So this is the final image, black and white conversion, some dodge and burn to really focus the attention on the face, which is what portraiture is all about. So moving on to our second set now, and we are using 2 Octoboxes. So our key light to camera left is this one, a medium Octobox. It's on 1/4 power. Our fill light over here is a large Octobox, and that's on an 1/8. The fill light is just filling in some of the shadows from this side. Both of them are feathered, which means that it creates a soft, fairly moody light. We don't want too much light on the backdrop. The backdrop that we're using is a beautiful hand-painted backdrop, and we want our subject to really stand out in these images. So let's see if our model is ready. So with the Ragged Victorian, we're really looking at the character in the face. Again, we want the texture through the beard, the hat, the coat. The key light is to camera left, and that is the light to which our model will pose. That's doing the most work. Camera right, we've got the fill light, which is just adding some separation from the background, particularly with a dark hat. Just to recap the lights, our key light is an Octobox on a 1/4 power to camera left. Our fill light is an Octobox on an 1/8 power, just to fill in some shadows. Let's take a look at some of the images straight out of camera now. So you can see that, again, they're fairly moody. We're focusing all our attention on the character in the face and the texture through the costume. This is the image that we chose to edit. So again, just a little bit of dodge and burn to really focus the attention on the face, make sure that there's enough detail in those darker colours. We're coming in really close to the character's face now, particularly with a wide angle lens. What that's going to do is it's going to add some distortion to the face. It's going to make it almost a caricature, which you can get away with a character portrait like this. Moving on to our third and final set now, which is the Viking. We're using just 1 Octobox. It's directly in front of our model. It's angled down towards him. What that's doing is it's adding some shape and definition to the face, adding a little more drama. We're quite a distance from the backdrop now because we don't want too much light on the backdrop, and we want to keep our subject really separated from the backdrop. Let's see how it went. With the Viking, I'm shooting slightly lower, so I'm looking up towards the character. What that's doing is it's showing him to be in a position of strength, to be more powerful, to be more masculine, and that really helps when it's a strong character like this. Another thing that's helpful is to let your model know how you're composing, so they compose accordingly. Be mindful, anything coming towards the camera, of course, is going to look bigger, anything moving away is going to look smaller, so making sure that everything is nicely in proportion. Let's just recap the lights. So if you remember, just 1 light, it's directly in front of our model, it's a large Octobox, it's pointing down towards him on a 1/4 power, it's adding some mood and drama and structure through the face, and it also means that any shadows will be going down behind him, so we won't see those on the backdrop. Let's take a look at some of the images straight out of camera now. So you can see that there's some drama in the lighting. They're quite dark and moody. We're really focusing our attention on the character in that face. The earthy, warm tones are working really well to give it a fine art, painterly feel. So let's take a look at the image that we chose to edit. This is the final image. We haven't done too much to it, just a little bit of dodge and burn to really focus that attention on the face. Thank you so much for listening today. Don't forget to like and subscribe, maybe leave us a comment, and for more information you can find us at sessiondays.co.uk.